So as you all know, with the music, I think you've all been on these calls before, but I'll be using the Spotify playlist on my Spotify page that is called July 2020, believe it or not. So if you want to go ahead and get that queued up, I'll do a countdown in a couple minutes for us to all hit play. There is a silent track at the beginning, so you don't have to worry about like getting up from your mat. It should automatically start playing after 4 minutes. So no worries with that. I wanted to let you all know that the nonprofit that this class is going to be benefiting this week is called Om Thrive. It's owned by this amazing woman whose whole mission is to use yoga as a method for healing the trauma from domestic abuse. And that's sort of the background that she came from. And so it's become her life's mission. The name of it, I think I said this is Om Thrive. And right now she's doing a huge fundraising push to open up a studio so she can hold space, physical space for women to meet teachers and her in this space. Right now she does a lot of outreach work, sending teachers all over the greater Portland area. So this week, again, 100% of proceeds going straight to her. There's a link in my bio on Instagram for my Venmo if you want to donate there, or if you want to donate directly, more power to you, go for that as well. I think that's it. Looks like I've got everyone on mute here. Got a couple people coming in. But again, if you want to go ahead and queue up your Spotify, I'll do a countdown here in just a moment. All right, again, it's July 2020. All right, we ready? Can I get a thumbs up or two? Cool. I like so different gestures from some people. Okay, cool. And if you want my video to be in the center, go ahead and pin it, or you can just switch it to speaker view since I will be the only one speaking. That should work all right. But we're going to hit play here on the July 2020 playlist in 3, 2, 1, play. And go ahead and make your way onto your mat. We're going to get started today lying on our backs, or as usual, if that position doesn't really work for you, you can start in any other position that does feel good, right? I was just telling a couple of you earlier on the call that that my hips have been a little creaky, so we're going to spend a little bit of time on our backs warming those up ahead of time. And when my hips are creaky, I also know that my low back gets a little creaky. So if you are experiencing that in any way, then you can bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet to the ground to support that. There's actually a muscle that runs from the front of your hips to your low back. So sometimes when we spend a lot of time with our hips in flexion, i.e. in a chair or on our couch, it can start to make the low back sore as well. So just honoring where your body's at today instead of trying to force it into anything. And if it feels comfortable, letting the eyelids get heavy, even close. Always that reminder that, I'll say this in any class, but you're in your home right now. So if making it to your mat to lay down for the next hour is what you need, then make sure you're honoring that as well. There's a lot of energy moving through the world. There's a lot of activity going on. So you don't need to push for anything other than what already serves you. And I'll remind you a lot, obviously, throughout class. But what I want to talk about today is control, right? Control, control, control. I feel like this comes up constantly for me and constantly in like the current situation of the world, because everything feels like it's out of control. And I'm sure I am not alone in this. And I don't mean like out of control, like lighthearted way, the way you might have like a friend who has a, online shopping habit that they've developed over the past few months that's out of control, like really out of control. It feels like all of the structure of the world we live in is falling apart, and new peace could fall apart at any given moment. Meaning that the ground that we stand on, the earth beneath us, feels unstable, right? And when we're not supported, when we feel unstable, when there's nothing firm holding us in place, it's really easy to let that take over the rest of our lives. So as we work our way through this practice, I want you to think about, where it is you are seeking that control and where it is that you have some control, right? And nothing is as it was before. Right? So we have to start to rebuild these ideas, meaning that we can start to choose what we're getting worked up about, right? What we are able to have control over. And then there's some things that we don't have control over, right? I've used this example in the past, but I think about it like, the toilet paper in like a porta potty or like a really cheap toilet paper, in like a public restroom. And it's really, really thin. And when you go to reach for it, you have to, make the little claw and reach up there and you're so gentle, but still, as you start to pull it, like it rips automatically. It's like tissue paper, right? We want so badly to be able to grasp that toilet paper, to reach it and pull it down, and it's just not possible. And I feel like that's how the world is right now, right? That sort of reaching, but instead of that tissue paper, there's nothing there at all, right? Instead of reaching for something tangible, there's nothing right there. So we have to touch base with the things that we actually do have some control over, and it's not really anything external right now. There's a lot of things happening, moving quickly that we can't control around us. And we still can't control other people or their behaviors. We can't control the way that they speak or the way that they act or even the way that they treat us. What we can control is ourselves. And, sometimes it's a little annoying, because wouldn't it be nice if we could tell everyone the right way to do things and how to step up and show up in the world? But that's just not how it is. But there are three things that we've got. Three things that allow us to start to practice controlling what we can control and letting go of what we can't control. So right now I'm going to ask you to bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet to the ground. So your knees point straight up. Taking your right hand and placing it on your heart, your left hand and placing it on your belly, and this tangible touch of hands on body, our body, right? One of the things that we get to control, right? Where we place our hands, how we interact with the world around us. So as you rest here with right hand on heart, left hand on belly, your feet connected to the earth, feel yourself stable, right? Knowing that you made the active choice to connect to where you are in space and in time. And with your feet on the ground and your hands resting on your body, start to feel your breath move. So you notice your torso lift and expand as you inhale, right? And then that gentle ease that comes with the exhale as we empty the lungs and the belly of breath, right? It doesn't have to be complicated. We just breathe in and we notice what it's like to show up for this breath. And we breathe out and we notice what it's like to show up for this breath. A couple more rounds of breath, just feeling the quality, right? The sensation of that breath in the body. And as you exhale, we can soften everything back down. Let's do two more like that, feeling our body expand as we breathe in and fill up. And then feeling our body ground and connect as we breathe out and empty things out. Again, inhale through the nose. Maybe now we start to notice the thoughts, analyzing the experience. And we exhale here. Maybe we start to notice if some of those thoughts aren't really serving us. We breathe in right here, fill up all the way to the top, and then part the lips and sigh out that breath. Nice. Go ahead and gather your knees up into your chest here. Welcome them into your heart. And we'll extend the heels up to the ceiling here for legs up the wall, right? And a lot of you know this, that I love to start with this simple inversion. To kind of reset the nervous system, let the blood flow back into the body. We've also got this really grounded sensation. Right, so knees can be bent to allow the low back to connect to the mat. Palms face down by the sides, and we press through the hands and we feel that tangible ground beneath us. Maybe wiggle the toes here, roll out the ankles, just let this feel good. Right? There's no way you can mess it up. Let it be an exploration. But as you do explore, right, try some new things out, feel it out a little bit, what your body is asking for today. Notice how your mind wants to analyze it. And so we're not just talking about grasping for physical things around us. We're talking about grasping for control with the mind. And if we're grasping for something that's out of our control, say like all those times we maybe should have stretched our hamstrings but didn't quite get around to it, let go of that. Instead, use that control to pursue showing up for where you are. Go ahead and pause and center, find some stillness, take one breath in, and then release the soles of the feet to the mat here. Perfect. Draw just your right knee into your chest as you breathe in. And it's half happy baby. So hands behind the right thigh, maybe the back of the right ankle, or you can grab the outside edge of that right foot. Another alternative might be peace fingers, index and middle to the big toe. That's probably way too many options, but here we are and it's already been said. And as you feel this pose, this stretch, right, all we're looking for is a little stretch in the muscles that support the hip joints. So you might consider driving up through the right heel for a little more sensation, or even pulling your right toes a little further back. If it serves you, left leg extends out in front of you, and we're here for 5 without wishing it were different. We're here for 4, choosing to embrace our body and our muscles and our joints as they are. We're here for 3, trusting this experience of gratitude. And 2, deep breath in. Left foot to the mat as you breathe out. Right ankle, left thigh, pause here. Flex the right ankle, press your right thigh gently forward. Right, and this might be enough of a stretch for the outer hips. You might even feel this in the low back. If you'd like to increase the sensation, hands interlaced behind the left thigh. But just know that adding on doesn't necessarily equal like a better yoga practice. It's just what your body is calling for today. And part of controlling things is getting really honest about what's in your control and what's out of your control. And just remembering that we can't change what's already happened, but we can pursue what we've got right now with that active passion of living and self-trust. Take one more breath into where you are. And as you breathe out its left foot down, listen. We're going to keep the legs as they are and just let them fall off to the left side of our mat. Keeping that right knee pointing straight up-ish, and use your left hand to gently press the right thigh forward. Right arm opens wide. You can even turn your gaze to the right here for a little stretch in the neck. We're going to hold this lifted and active version for one more breath in, and then allow the right knee to fall down, supine twist, breathe out. Holding this for 3. Breathing and choosing it for 2. You're so good. 1, let's lift it back up to center, left foot plants. Might feel good to reach that right heel high first, and then bring the right foot down to the mat. I'd like a little windshield wiper action with my knees here, kind of checking out the scene. And then we'll pause and center, really nice. Gather the left knee into the chest. Half happy baby, side 2, left hand maybe to the outside of the foot, but maybe not today. We grab the ankle, the back of the thigh. Yeah. Just finding the variation that works for you. If you want to extend your right leg, extend it. If you try it out on this side and it sucks, bend your knee and plant your foot on the ground again. You've got nothing to prove. Remember, we're only here for the count of 5, whatever that amount of time I decide is right now. For 4, for 3, let go of the restraints for 2, and 1, left ankle, right thigh. Gently press the left thigh forward, flexing the left ankle. And we breathe in through the nose. And we breathe out through the nose. Now, option to stay here. Option to interlace hands behind the right thigh. Yeah. And this might be good, right? Maybe it's too much, so we back off, or maybe we extend the right heel high. Sometimes a rock from side to side feels good. Let it be as playful as possible, right? Taking full advantage of this space on our mats to decide what's working and to actively choose to control what we can control. So let's allow ourselves one more big breath in. Exhale, bend the right knee, right foot to the mat. Keep the left leg where it is and let the knees fall off to the right side. So the left foot steps on the ground. Open the left arm. Right hand presses the left thigh forward. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, supine twist. Let the left knee fall inward. Hips might scoop to the left, and we breathe in. And we breathe out here. Stick with me. One more inhale. Where can you feel the expansion? And one more exhale. Go ahead and roll back up to center. Right foot plants, left foot plants. Yeah, but it might feel good. We did that extension on the other side, left heel high, and then left foot meets right. Let's scoot the heels in towards the body here and tuck the shoulder blades underneath us. Pressing palms down, drive knees forward, lift the hips for your bridge pose. So right here, we've got this flat line, right from the tops of our knees all the way down to our chest. And this is our hips in extension, right? So we're lifting the hips up and lengthening this part of the body that is so often bent. Every time you're sitting in a desk or driving your car, sitting on the couch, anything like that, when we're creasing at the hips, we add some tension, or strength is another way to think about it, to our hips. But right now we're looking to counteract that by lifting up and expanding. A key piece is engaging the glutes. So try to draw the glutes inward. Stick with me. One more inhale. Exhale, hips lower down to the mat, knees into chest. And then we'll bring the hands behind the thighs and start to rock and roll up and down the spine, right? Or roll off to one side and make your way to a tabletop position. Coming onto all fours, shoulders over hands-ish, hips over knees-ish, and just wag your tail a little bit. We've already done some good opening in those hips. Maybe some circles here feel good. Yeah, and eventually we'll kind of settle our way back into center, pressing down through the palms. Inhale, dip the belly, lift the chest for your cow pose. Press through the ankles as you do this. Exhale, cat pose, drop tail, round spine, then pull chin into chest. Inhale, cow pose. Use that breath in to feel expansion in the front body. And use your breath out, cat pose, contraction in the front body. Nice. Inhale for cow. Keep it rolling on your own pace. And exhale for cat pose. We're going to take about 5 more of those, so keep moving your body in a way that feels good to you. And I saw one of these things this week that was like, 5 things to do when you first wake up, or how to spend your first 30 minutes. And one of the things was 2 minutes of cat-cows to warm up the spine, to wake up your body from the inside out. And ever since I saw that, every cat-cow I do feel so good. I'm like, oh yeah, I am doing the right thing, right? I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe not. Slowly, downward facing dog, right? So from your cat or your cow or your table, curl your toes, lift your hips up and back. And same sort of idea. I love this sort of like casually waking up the body, moving it in a way that feels intuitive to you without grasping for a specific experience. In yoga, we have this philosophical practice that's called a parigraha. And what it translates it as is non-attachment, non-reaching, non-grasping. And when we think about this with control, I think a lot of us are looking for any sense of control. And our downward dog is no exception. So the invitation here is to kind of let go of that reaching and that grasping for a specific downward facing dog, and instead to actively pursue choosing the one that you're in right now. And that means unconditionally, right? So it doesn't matter. I don't care if your hamstrings are tight or your calves are sore. Can we choose ourselves anyway, right? Send our bodies the message that we are enough. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, let's inhale, lift high on the toes, pause at the top. Exhale to knit those low ribs towards the center line of the body. Now, high plank is our breath in. We're going to roll it all the way forward here. Pause and breathe out to really press down through the palms. Take one more inhale. See if you can broaden the collarbones towards the top edge of your mat. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're just going to follow that flow a little bit. So inhale, roll forward, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more. Inhale, high plank, roll it forward. Let it feel good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank, roll it forward. Exhale, lower with care all the way to the ground. Nice. Split the feet, low cobra. Breathe in Bhujangasana. Exhale, chest releases down. Inhale for your tabletop position. Listen, exhale, child's pose, hips to heels, arms walk long in front of you. Let your gaze be down or maybe your eyelids close. And I'm going to ask you to check in here. Check in to see what's happening in your mind as we work our way through these shapes. And I know for myself, as I transition from pose to pose, there's always some sort of like narrative about what am I going to do or what choice am I going to make? Do I want to lower my knees or not? And I'm going to ask you, along with myself, to start softening that conversation and to just do something and to see if it feels good. And if it doesn't, to try something new the next time. Take a big breath and walk your fingers a little further forward. As you exhale, anchor down through your palms. Breath in, tabletop position. Breath out, downward facing dog. And right away, it's high on the toes as we breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, and step your feet forward, forward fold. But right away, halfway lift with bent knees so the spine can really lengthen. And as you breathe out, keep the knees bent and bow it down. Left hand high, inhale, simple twist, peel the heart space open. Exhale, release the left hand down. Inhale, right arm high, simple twist, just let it feel good. Yes, exhale, release it down. Again, halfway lift with bent knees, so palms come to shins or knees or even thighs to open the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe we press the backs of the knees back a little bit. Mountain pose, press to the heels, arms reach high to the sky. How tall can we grow? And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. One breath in, we grow tall through the spine. Breath out, hands release down by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, hands sweep up, maybe gaze at the fingertips. Exhale, elbows wide, baby back bend. Release the hands behind you. Interlacing fingers or grabbing opposite forearms. Knuckles down, heart lifts, big breath in. Bent knees, flat spine. We bow it all the way down. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, relax the back of the neck. Keep the bind halfway lift. We breathe in. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back, high plank pose, breath out. Now listen. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, shift back. Full breath in, micro movements. We shift the body forward. No stories, just action. Exhale, shift it back. One more time, inhale, shift forward. Control the strength of your body. Exhale, lower all the way down. Breathe in, cobra pose. Maybe a little weight in the hands here. Exhale, chest releases to the mat. Inhale, tabletop position. Listen up. Exhale, drop the knees in underneath you. I want you to take all of the weight and press into your right palm. And then bring your left hand behind your head. Press down through the tops of the ankles equally and knit the low ribs in as much as possible. So press through those ankles, zip the low belly. And then inhale, peel the left elbow high. So it's this gentle rotation opening through the shoulders. Exhale, left elbow taps the inner right arm. Inhale, left elbow high, stick with me. Exhale, left elbow taps the inner right arm. So fun, shoulder mobility. Breathe in, open it up. One more, tap it in. Inhale, take that left arm all the way up. So extend into the fingertips and then a fake out through the needle. Left arm hovers underneath the right. Inhale, left arm to the sky. One more time. Exhale, fake out, thread the needle. Breathe in, peel the left arm high. And then breathe out, left hand reaches out in front of you. Inhale, extend the right leg long, spinal balance. Now keeping a flat spine, exhale, elbow to knee. So we just focus on that gentle crunch of the core. Breathe in, get long here. Breathe out, elbow to knee, squeeze it in. Inhale to lengthen, listen, left hand down, right toes down. Kickstand your left ankle, drop your right heel inward, it's right arm high, modified side. Take a full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out here. And then float your right foot off the mat or modified half move. Reach the right hand back, grab the outside edge of the ankle, maybe if it's there, kick into your hand. If it's not, reach your right hand long behind you. Take one more big breath in through the nose. And one more big breath out. Inhale, expand like you are in that 5-pointed star or your half moon. Exhale, tabletop position. Cow pose, breathe it in. Cat pose, breathe it out. Nice. Inhale for your tabletop. This time we bring all the weight into that left hand. Bring the right hand to the back of the skull. Right? Inhale, peel the right elbow open. Exhale, right elbow taps the inner left arm. Inhale, open it wide. Stick with me. Press those ankles strong in the core. Exhale, right elbow to the left arm. Inhale, open up one more time. Right elbow, left arm. Inhale, right arm extends all the way up. So strong through those fingertips. Exhale, fake out, thread the needle. Hover the shoulder, hover the shoulder. Inhale, right arm reaches high. Exhale, fake out, thread the needle. Nice. Breathe in, peel that right arm high to the sky. And then right arm reaches long in front of you. Inhale, extend the left leg out behind you. Perfect. And then we exhale, elbow to knee, crunching it in. Inhale, body gets long. Exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze. Yes, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right hand down, drop your left toes. Kickstand the right ankle, drop the left heel, it's left arm high, modified side plank, right? So pressing into the right palm, lifting up into the left fingertips. Let's float the left foot off the mat, modified half moon. Bend the left knee, keeping a flex in that ankle, and then maybe hand grabs the foot, and maybe not, right? Regardless, we're opening through the chest. We're breathing in through the nose and breathing out here. Now inhale, get big, take up space. Exhale, tabletop position. Cow pose, one time dip the belly. Cat pose, one time around the spine. Inhale for tabletop, and downward dog is your breath out here. One last time, we're gonna work it out in that down dog, bending one knee and then the other, dipping the hips from side to side, softening where we see fit, and maybe pushing a little bit more if we need that extra boost. Yeah, perfect. And then settle into your downward dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And a deep breath out through the nose. Perfect. Let's go ahead and reach that right heel high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, roll it forward. Breathe in, three-legged plank. Breathe out lower, just halfway down, please. Now, three-legged dog is your inhale. Exhale, right knee into the chest and pause here. Take a breath in. Right foot between the hands, breathe out. Cow lunge, inhale, and we're gonna pause here, indulge as we breathe out. Take one more breath and try to wrap the shoulders down and back. Cat lunge, round through the spine. Nice, hold here, breathe into the back of that right thigh. Breathe out to settle in a little deeper. Listen, 5 pointed stars, our breath and body gets big, takes up so much space. Yeah, pause here, exhale, press the feet away from each other. And then inhale, arms reach even wider. Bent knees, flat spine, wide-legged forward fold. We bow it down. And then feel it out. Right, again, first time here. What is it like to bend the knees, rock the hips from side to side? What's your body calling for today? We'll inhale for our wide-legged halfway lift. And exhale, low lunge, top of the mat. Hands frame the right foot, pivot to the ball mound of your left foot. Plant your left hand. Right arm high, simple twist. Take a full inhale to reach up, 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 hips higher. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. Breathe in Anjaneyasana. Right? And today, the offering to bring the hands to the top of your right thigh and kind of press the thigh away to intensify the stretch in that left hip. If that feels good, stick with it. If it feels like you're ready to extend the arms up, maybe one hand, maybe two. Right? I like to even gaze up at my fingertips here. Take a breath in. And exhale, half splits. Hands come down, right leg straightens-ish. Full inhale. And full exhale here. Nice job. Breathe and roll it up. Anjaneyasana, like you never feel that opening in the left hip. And now airplane arms, half splits. Pause here, take an inhale through the nose, broadening across the chest. Exhale, knit the low ribs in. Stick with me, standing splits. Roll it forward, hands down, left foot lifts. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out. I like a generous bend in my right knee here to pull that outer right hip crease back. Crown of the head heavy. One breath in. Knee behind knee, Shiva squat as you breathe out. Nice. Now inhale for a chair pose. Left foot next to right, hands extend up. And you just find the chair pose that works for you today. We might start with hands at heart center, even hands on the hips. I'm going to turn to face you, but I have a little space between my feet, as you know. A gentle widening of the knees to engage through those glutes. And again, warming up through the biggest muscles in our body to support opening through our hips, essential. And then knitting of the low ribs to support from the front side. So arms reach high as we breathe in through the nose. Exhale to lean and fly. Now mountain pose, we root to rise, arms reach up. Elbows wide, hips forward. Squeeze the glutes, spread the elbows. Inhale, hands reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose. Plant the hands, step it back. Nice. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, you choose this time. Lower halfway or all the way. Chaturanga or all the way to the mat. Up dog, cobra, locust. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Left heel to the sky. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, lead a nose. Roll it forward. Right, listen, three-legged plank is your inhale. Exhale, lower just halfway down. Just one push-up. Three-legged dog, big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, pause. Inhale, puff up the upper back. Exhale, step through low lunge. Cow lunge is your inhale to dip the hips, and we're holding here to indulge as we breathe out. Let it feel good. Cat lunge, breath out. Hold here, inhale to the back of that left thigh. Exhale to soften through the face. 5-pointed star, breathe in to peel it all the way open here. And then exhale, wide-legged forward fold, bow it down. We pause here, softening through the crown of the head. We breathe in. And we breathe out through the nose. Inhale, wide-legged halfway lift. And exhale, low lunge, top of the mat, crawl it forward. Rotate to the ball end of your right foot, right hand plants. Left arm high, simple twist, right? But think about lifting the entire pelvic hip complex. So everything up, widen that left knee. Inhale, reach with the left fingertips. Exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. And the offering for today, again, to bring those hands to the top of your left thigh and kind of push the knee away from you. So we feel an extra little bonus opening in the front of the right hip. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more big breath in, arms reach high only if you want it. Exhale, half splits, hands come down, left leg straightens-ish, right? Patience here, we inhale to the back of that thigh. Exhale, we soften around the edges. Inhale, Anjaneyasana for just a beat. Full body goes for it. Airplane arms, half splits, your breath out here. Now hold, inhale, broaden across the chest. Exhale, knit through the low ribs. Standing splits, breathe in, roll it forward. Let your core be your guide. Hands down, right heel lifts. Nice. Then bend that left knee to support. By keeping a bend in the knee, it's a little easier to engage the glutes. And we breathe in through the nose, choosing our variation of the shape. And we breathe out through the nose. Let's take one more big breath in. Exhale, Shiva squat, knee behind knee. Now with care, we place the right foot next to the left. And we inhale up for chair pose, Utkatasana. And we exhale to lean and fly here. Breathing back to chair pose, please exhale, drinking bird, lift the heels, the hips, and the hands. And we dip that nose a little lower. And we soften through the jaws. We lift the hands a little higher, even option to interlace the fingers here. Take a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, heels down, hands grace the ground. Breathe in, arms high. Elbows wide, side out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward, fold. So good, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, high plank straight to chaturanga, or skip it and meet us in downward facing dog. Taking exactly what you need, without pushing for more, without holding back, trusting that natural intuition, knowing that you've got it, right? You know yourself better than anyone else. And as you settle into your downward dog, settle, choose it. Listen, I know a lot of you know what's coming up, but it doesn't matter because it's not happening. I've got a little quote here from Beyonce. She says, I don't like to gamble, but if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. So right here, right now, make that your practice, right? Bet on yourself. Take what you need. No one can practice this yoga for you, and no one's going to step up and magically live your life on your behalf. So what are you practicing now? What are you choosing to release in order to take control of what you can control? Take a big breath in through the nose. Stop grasping, open mouth, sigh out that breath. We're picking up the pace. It's right heel to the sky for a three-legged dog as you breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe out. Three-legged plank, your inhale, and chaturanga, your exhale. Now three-legged dog right away, so strong. Exhale, low lunge, squeeze it in, step it through. Cow lunge, inhale with the chest. Exhale, cat lunge, round that spine. Five-pointed star, pivot the whole body open. And exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Wide-legged halfway lift, we breathe in all together. Exhale, low lunge, top of the mat. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana. Breathe out, half splits. Back to Anjaneyasana. We inhale, arms reach up, maybe even gaze up, airplane arms, half splits. Standing splits, roll it forward. Let the core be your guide. Maybe hands stay off the mat. And exhale, Shiva squat. Get low, low, low. Inhale, chair pose, hands high. Exhale, lean and fly. Mountain pose, root to rise. Arms reach up, elbows wide. Sigh out that resistance. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold like you are giving yourself a gift. Halfway lift, big breath in. It just gets better. Exhale is high plank, down dog, or maybe that chaturanga in between, but maybe not. And maybe not this time, and we settle into that down dog and we offer ourselves a full inhale and a full exhale here. Stick with me, side to left heel to the sky, big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, roll it forward, three-legged plank, your inhale. Chaturanga, your exhale, half push-up. Yeah, three-legged dog, big breath in. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Now cow lunge, inhale. Can you soften the jaw, please? Cat lunge, your exhale. Breath in, Anjaneyasana, back knee down, arms forward and up. Half splits is your breath out. Ooh, inhale, let's roll it forward. Low lunge here, pop the back knee off the mat. And exhale, cat lunge. Five-pointed star, big breath in, open to the side of the room, and wide-legged fold is your breath out. Wide-legged halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, low lunge, top of the mat. Let's try this again. Left arm high, we breathe in, reach up. Exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, Anjaney. Roll it forward like a wave. Hands reach high in airplane arms. Half splits. We open through the chest. Now inhale, standing splits. Crawl forward. Right foot lifts. Maybe hands stay lifted. Exhale, Shiva squat. Get low. Inhale, chair pose. Right foot next to left. Hands reach high. Exhale, lean and fly. Stick with me. Back to chair. We breathe and weight in the heels. Exhale, drinking bird. Lift the hips, the hands, the heels. Now keep those heels lifted. Back to chair. Big breath in. Right, think about pressing the front of your ankles towards the top of your mat. And then hands to heart center. We bend the knees a little more. Let it get shaky. Trust yourself anyway for 4. We're lowering for 3, for 2, and for 1. I'm going to turn to face you. Let your knees fall wide. Hands to the ankles. Take a breath in for this butterfly pose. And as you breathe out, use your hands to maybe pull your chest forward. Full inhale. And full exhale. I know a moment of pause. Big breath in. And big breath out. Roll your way back up. Hands to the outer knees. Lift the knees up. Plant the feet. Hands behind your thighs. Seated cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, seated cat. Round the spine. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. Inhale, lift up. So spine lengthens up here. And then exhale, we're going to sit back just a tiny bit, right? Just enough to lift 1 foot and maybe 2 for our boat pose, right? I'm going to turn back to my normal direction now. So shins parallel-ish to the mat. Heart lifts and expands, right? And you don't have to go any further than this. In fact, if this already feels like it's not sustainable, feet come down. Great. That's a perfect boat pose. You feel the low ribs draw inward, the hip points lift up to the low ribs. I mean, we're going to be here for a minute anyway. So there's no need to punish yourself or torture your experience. Instead, let go of the thoughts that aren't contributing to your experience, right? So breathe in. And breathe out. And listen, you're in complete control right now. You can always do anything you want. If you are in this boat pose and all you are doing is talking shit to yourself, take it easy, right? Take a step back. Let go of that. And instead, remind yourself how strong you feel by holding this. Lift the chest. How capable you are for showing up to your mat today. A big breath in through the nose. Feet down if they're not already. We're going to cross the ankles, roll over the knees, and sweep the legs out behind us, finding our way to downward facing dog. Big breath in. And big breath out here. Nice. Let's inhale, lift high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step or hop it, feet to hands. Halfway, lift a breath in. Forward fold, a breath out, mountain pose. We sweep all the way up here and elbows wide. We sigh out the breath. Inhale, reach high. Forward fold, bow it down halfway, lift a big breath in, listen, hands plant, left foot only steps back. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right heel to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, roll forward. Now listen, breathe in, right knee, right elbow. Breathe out, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, scorpion dog, peel the knee up and open. Exhale, low lunge, step through top of the mat. Breathe in, cow lunge, dip the hips, lift the heart. Breathe out, cat lunge, round the spine. Inhale, 5-pointed star, body gets big, opens all the way up. And exhale, warrior 2 now. So we bend the right knee. Press the right shin towards the front of your mat, and then draw your shoulders back over your hips. Inhale, reverse your warrior, tip it up and back. Now hold here, sink a left hip towards right heel. Big inhale, space in that right side body. Exhale, hands come down to frame your right foot. Rotate to the ball end of the left foot. Breathe in, right arm high. Breathe out, horizon lunge, roll to the outside edges of the feet. Now inhale, lift and rainbow the body. One more time, horizon lunge. Exhale, dip it back. Simple twist as your breath in, plant the feet. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms high, listen. Exhale, drop your hands behind your back. Option to interlace the fingers or grab opposite wrists. We're gonna breathe in to lift through the chest and exhale, half splits, airplane arms with or without a bind. If you've got the fingers interlaced, try to drive the knuckles back and lift the shoulder blades. Airplane pose, we launch it forward and maybe we release the hands, right? If the bind's not working, don't use it. Feel the weight in your right heel, the bend in your right knee for support, a full breath in. Exhale, Shiva squat, let's get low, 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 and inhale, standing left knee, raise, lift it up. Figure 4, hands to heart center, left ankle, right thigh, and pause. Breathe in and breathe out. In fact, take your right hand to your heart, your left hand to your belly, even here. Control what you can control. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, standing knee raise, lift it up. Exhale, airplane pose, stretch it out. One breath in right here. Lift in rainbow, you know already, we're taking it all the way to Skandasana, left knee bends back of the mat. Right toes might lift to face the ceiling. Plant your left hand. Widen the left knee. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, soften, 5-pointed star, breathe it in. And exhale, warrior 2. Yes, already feeling a little better. Reverse that warrior on the inhale. And exhale, extended side angle. So right elbow to right thigh for right now. Left arm up overhead. Right, this pose is such a good one to get ourselves set for what's coming next. So drive through your left heel. Widen your left knee. And then inhale, reverse your triangle by pressing the right heel forward and stretching the right side body. Half moon pose. Cartwheel it forward without overthinking it. Weight in the right heel. Left foot lifts. Chest all the way to fingertips, right? You notice how we're flexing through that left ankle? Big breath in. Knit the ribs as you breathe out. We've got one more inhale. Skandasana, exhale with care, back of the mat. We breathe and peel it open, right arm high. Breathe out, low lunge, top of your mat. And it's right arm high as you inhale and listen, side plank pose, breath out, step it back. And again, we're gonna hold this for a few breaths. In fact, it's 3. So inhale, where are you clinging? Exhale, where can you soften a little bit? Big breath in, where is that expansion, that seeking, that growth? Breath out, where can we round the edges? Give me one more inhale. And then exhale is chaturanga or downward facing dog or child's pose or anything else. Maybe taking a moment to grab a sip of water, especially those of you that are outside right now, right? There's no real rush. There's nowhere to get to. The practice is when we choose the present moment. And today, since we're talking about letting go of controlling the things that we can't control, the practice is embracing the experience that we're having, even having gratitude for it when it's uncomfortable. So allow yourself to be with that discomfort, sit in it, settle into it, and then start to recognize where you might need to let go of expectations in order for life to feel a little lighter. Downward facing dog as you're ready. Yeah. And then we'll take a breath in and lift high on the toes. And as you breathe out, bend your knees, look at your hands, and step, hop, or float it to the top of your mat. Right away, our halfway lift is a big breath in. And forward fold our breath out, mountain pose, hands reach up, full body engagement, hands to heart center, breath out. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hands down by your sides, mountain pose, breathe in, upward salute, gaze up, even lean back a little bit. Exhale, forward fold, bow it down. Halfway lift is your breath in. Hands plant, right foot only steps back here. 3-legged dog, left heel to the sky. And then exhale, knee to nose, roll it forward. Left knee, left elbow as you breathe in. Left knee, right elbow, breathe out. Inhale, scorpion dog, peel the knee up and then open. And exhale, we gently step through top of the mat. Cow lunge as your breath in, lift the chest. Cat lunge, your breath out, round the spine. Breathe in, 5-pointed star, body gets big right here, and exhales our warrior 2 to the top of the mat. So left knee bends, try to press that left shin forward. Driving right heel down and away, shoulders over hips, arms wide, take a big breath in. Right hip towards the left heel, breathe out. Now inhale, reverse that warrior. Stick with it and breathe out. Give yourself one more inhale for expansion. Exhale, low lunge, hands frame your left foot. Inhale, left arm high, simple twist. Horizon lunge, exhale, dip those hips, reach back. Ooh, yes. Inhale, lift and rainbow. Let's do it one more time. Exhale, dip the hips and reach back. Inhale, lift and rainbow right up to our simple twist. And then exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana, arms to the sky. This time, elbows wide, release the hands behind your back. Interlacing fingers or grabbing opposite wrists. You might even think about putting the opposite thumb on top here. Knuckles down, chest lifts, big breath in. Maybe sink those hips forward, big breath out. One more inhale, drive the knuckles down, lift the chest. Exhale, half splits with the bind. Try to lift the pinkies. And then inhale, airplane pose, launch it forward, back foot lifts. And maybe you hang on to the bind and maybe not. Breathe in. And breathe out here. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, Shiva squat, get low. Ooh, inhale, standing right here is lifted up, up, up. And figure 4 right away. Bringing hands to heart center to find your balance. Then go ahead and take your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your belly. And if you're feeling crazy, close your eyes and breathe in. If you're feeling extra crazy, don't judge yourself when it automatically gets wobbly. Breathe out. You're good. Inhale, trust yourself regardless of those judgments. Practice replacing them. Feel your strength. How your muscles are growing even as they wobble. Airplane pose. Breathe in here, expand across the chest, and breathe out, Shiva Squat, knee behind me. Now listen, right leg only extends back. Inhale, soften where you can, and exhale, low lunge, hands to the ground. Inhale, left arm high. Exhale, horizon lunge. Inhale, lift and rainbow. Exhale all the way to that Skandasana. So it's right knee that widens. Left toes face up. Plant your right hand. Left arm high, big breath in. And big breath out. 5-pointed star. Inhale, body gets big. Exhale is warrior to top of your mat. Right away, reverse that warrior. Breath in. Extended side angle. Breathe out, so reach long. And it's left elbow down. Right arm wraps up and over as you inhale. Settle the hips a little lower. Breath out. Nice. Inhale, reverse your triangle. So drive through your left heel to straighten the left leg, lengthen the left side body. And it's half moon pose on your breath out. So we cartwheel forward, left arm down, right arm high. Practice your inhale. Practice your exhale. Practice over and over, letting them guide you back to where you are. We've got one more inhale in this half moon pose. Exhale, Skandasana, back of the mat. Right hand down, inhale, left arm up. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. And this is it, final push. We'll take a left arm high, big breath in. Side plank pose, breath out. Right, and it's 3 rounds of breath. So add on as you see fit, right? Always option to add on by floating a foot, option to add on by lowering a knee. We're here 2 more rounds. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale, trust your body. We got one more big breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, it's chaturanga or downward facing dog. Yeah, up dog, cobra, or locust. Downward facing dog or child's pose. And can we find some space between the back teeth? Can we maybe, as we press through the palms, soften a little bit at the tips of the fingers? Yeah, a gentle bend in the knees. So we're not just jamming those hamstrings longer. Full breath in. And full breath out. 2 more. Inhale. Nowhere to get to. We exhale and soften into where we are. Breath in. And breath out. Right heel to the sky. Take a breath in through the nose. And then it's right knee to right wrist for half pigeon. Breathe out. Drop your left knee down. Scoot the left knee back. Right? And then before you completely lower, flip to the top of your left foot. Press your right knee down, press your left knee down, and notice how that activates and engages the muscles. And maintaining that integrity, option to reach the arms high here, big breath in through the nose. Maintaining that integrity, body lengthens forward for sleeping pigeon variation. Now, if this doesn't work for you, you're welcome to roll onto your back and find that figure 4 that we did at the beginning of class, right? All of our joints are put together differently for a million different reasons, a lot of which are out of our control, right? Like you can't instantly change the shape of your thigh bone, no matter how hard you wish or hoped that this pose felt different or better or whatever. So instead of pushing for something that's impossible, that's out of your control, choose where you are, right? The control comes when you embrace the present moment. Breath in. And breath out. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath here. Softening. Opening. So nice. Nice. And then without overcomplicating it, we'll just walk the hands back and under the shoulders. We're going to curl the left toes under and pop the left knee off the mat. Working our way up to our 3-legged dog or even scorpion dog. We've done a lot of heart and hip opening today, so if you'd like to flip your dog by stepping your right foot behind your left and straightening the left leg and right arm, take a breath in here. Take a breath out here. One more inhale. And exhale is right hand down, right heel high. We breathe in through the nose. Downward facing dog, breath out, full inhale all together. Open mouth, sigh out the breath. Left heel high, breath in. Half pigeon, breathe out, left knee, left wrist. Right, scoot the right knee back, but same story, right? Don't rush through this. This too is a practice of living. So press through your front knee, your right knee, your left knee and your right knee. Walk the hands inward and notice that stability, right? That integrity. And maybe arms reach up as you breathe in. Exhale, maintaining that integrity, body extends forward. Sleeping half pigeon, or always the option to take this on your back, figure four. Now we allow ourselves to settle into this shape, right? Without reaching, without grasping, without getting overly attached to some expectation that has nothing to do with where we are. We're all looking for control. There's only one thing we can control, and it's ourselves, okay? And how we choose to receive the world and interact with it. So feel your body, feel your breath in your body, and witness your thoughts and how they might be holding you back. How about one more inhale and one more exhale? And then with care, walk the hands in underneath the shoulders. Curl the right toes under and find your three-legged dog. Maybe scorpion. Right, again, if you want to flip your dog, just keep lifting the left knee until you sort of tip over. Left foot steps behind right. Straighten right leg, straighten left arm. Take a full breath in, heart lifts towards the ceiling. Glutes are so strong here. Exhale, left hand to the mat. Breathe in, three-legged dog. And breathe out, downward facing dog. One inhale here. Exhale, knees release to the mat. We're just going to come into a cross-legged seat. So to start out here, bring your right ankle in front of your left. I'm going to mirror you. Right ankle in front of your left. Okay. And this is a continuation of a little bit of a hip stretch. So just so you know, what we're looking for is any sensation in the muscles that support our hip joints. So it could be hamstrings, outer hips, low back, even core, inner thighs. But in this shape, I'm going to offer two variations. You can start to crawl yourself forward. And if you're getting enough of a stretch here in that outer left hip or inner left thigh, low back, then pause here. If you'd like more sensation, we have fire log pose or double pigeon, in which case you take your left ankle, oh my God, I'm saying all the wrong sides, right ankle over your left knee and your right knee over your left ankle. And you might stay lifted. Also have the option to walk hands forward. So it's either right shin in front of left or right shin on top of left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Send your body the signals that you are safe by lengthening that inhale and extending your exhale. Two more, big breath in. Long breath out here. Full inhale through the nose. And complete exhale. Yes, slowly walk your hands back in towards your body. Plant your hands behind you, fingers face out. And we're just going to bring the soles of the feet to the ground and do a little bit of that windshield wiper action here, rolling back and forth to the outer hips. And then we'll pause and center and just take side two. So left ankle in front of right. You can test out your cross-legged position first by crawling the hands forward and looking for a stretch on that left hip. Or if you'd like, maybe it's the left ankle over the right knee and the left knee over the right ankle. Okay. This side might be different again, knowing that your body is different, your bones are shaped differently, your muscles have developed differently. You might have to take a different variation here. But as you feel called, hands can walk forward. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. 2 more big breath in. Right, use that breath out for a little softening, a little release. Full inhale here. And a complete exhale. And we'll roll our way back up to our seat, bringing the full soles of the feet to the ground yet again. And that windshield wiper action, knees from side to side. Yeah. And then we'll pause in the center, keep the feet grounded, and just lower your way onto your back. Planting the feet on your mat. Back body stays heavy. Taking the right hand to rest on the heart, the left hand to rest on the belly. You might let your eyelids get heavy or even close here. Again, we've done a lot of hip opening today. So one option to add on here would be to let the knees fall wide for your supine butterfly pose. But if it's too much in any place in the body, back off. Bring the soles of the feet back to the ground. Breathe in. And breathe out here. Feel your body where it is. And so the feet grounded or pressing into one another. The hands resting on the body and the sensation of the breath beneath the hands. This cultivating of our thoughts that are happening internally beneath the surface, almost undetectable. And how all 3 of those things have always got our back. And the more time we spend developing them, working with them, appreciating them, the easier it is to access. The easier it is to walk away from things that we can't control. The easier it is to trust ourselves. I don't like to gamble, but if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. Now you're welcome to finish your practice just like this. If you prefer a more traditional ending pose, then go ahead and extend your legs long. Flip your palms to face the ceiling for Shavasana corpse pose. Just a couple minutes in whatever shape serves you best. No pressure. There's no way you can mess it up. But see if you can pursue that ease. That softening. And that unconditional self-trust and love. And listen, it's okay. This is a little bit more challenging than you were expecting. If quieting that internal narrative doesn't come so easily, it's okay because our minds were built to think. It's also what is valued in our society and we've been rewarded for all of our lives. When we ask our bodies, our breath and our mind to do on our mats is to let go of that narrative and to step into feeling. When we step into that feeling state, when we choose that feeling state, that good feeling state where we are, we can cultivate that in other areas of our life as well. So although it seems like nothing is happening here, these are the moments, right? This is it. So can you allow maybe a good memory, invite maybe just the sensation of softness, or if you're feeling crazy, optimism to wash over your physical experience. And to let that put your mind at ease. But for right now, you can trust that this stillness and the work that comes with it is worth it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. So you are, of course, welcome to stay and rest as long as you have time for in your own home. But if your body is asking for a little bit of movement, or you've got somewhere to be, please start to invite that movement back in, the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles. And just let it be a natural experience of waking the body back up. You could reach your arms up overhead. If you've chosen to come to a seat, then slowly work your way in that direction. And just let it be a seat that works for you, right? So it might be a cross-legged seat. You might rest on your shins. You could lean against the wall behind you. Anything that works for you. It doesn't have to look like what you think a yoga pose should look like. Just let it feel good and supportive. And one last time, hands rest on the knees. We might keep the eyelids closed and we feel where our body is touching the ground and where our hands are touching our body. We feel our breath moving inside of us. And we invite some softening into the mind. Take a breath in through your nose. A breath out through your nose. Inhale, hands reach up overhead. Open mouth, exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for stepping onto your mats and for hanging out with me this morning. It's been such a treat to see every single one of you. I'd also like to take a moment of gratitude for the people in the culture who created this practice of yoga that we all benefit from. And from the bottom of my heart, I bow to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Have a really good day, everyone. Yay, it's so fun to see your faces. I just wanted to let all of you know, if you're not already, I got some stuff that I'm working on right now. So if you're not already subscribed to my newsletter, you can hop on my website. It's isabel.yoga, and I'll be sending some stuff out. You'll, of course, see it on Instagram as well. But the next couple of weeks, I've got some good stuff planned. So I just love to keep you in the loop. Have the best day. If you're in Portland, it's sunny. If you're somewhere else, it's summer, so it's probably sunny. And I'll see you soon. Love you all.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.